tables that needs to be set up at your town hall meeting needs to be the LifeTouch school photo table. And this tactic of using school photos or the databases, now they would probably just all do it on the computer, of abducting children. Yes, they use the LifeTouch school photo companies to scroll through the databases of photographs of children to pick whom they want to be abducted and used for whatever purpose, because we know there are many. So this is a table that we need to set up at the town hall because the community needs to check their schools and see if their schools are participating in one of these companies, these school photo companies that are facilitating the procuring of children to these elitist satanic pedophiles. So please take a listen, share this information, and get your town hall meeting going.
People also say there's an intentional lack of news when it comes to the air quality because people are purposely being poisoned. But moving on and seeing what other people are talking about, this next video from Kate Bills 2 is very interesting because what do they do with all that information they stored from us as children?
So I think I just discovered a brand new conspiracy theory, and it's sort of in relation to the school photos conspiracy theory. If you don't know what that is, I suggest going down the rabbit hole, or I can make a part 2. But that one in particular kind of had me thinking, and it jogged a memory of these identification cards that we had done in elementary school. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about, because my husband, who lived in a completely different state than me, had them done, and I know that my brother and I had them done. We were definitely in elementary school, and they collected our hair follicle, our fingerprint, and a photo, and like pretty much laminated it into a little card. And they said it was in case we ever went missing. But if you have even one brain cell, you know that things are not always as they seem. So I did some digging. I'm going to go back to that original picture in a minute, which was a Reddit post, a guy basically asking what they were used for. But for now, I want to talk about the SmileSafe LifeTouch program, which is what they currently use, like for today's kids. I guess this is still something that they're doing. And the SmileSafe LifeTouch is the current company that is used in public schools today. So in my research, I found that LifeTouch was purchased by Shutterfly in 2018. And Shutterfly is acquired by Apollo Global Management. And just like the school photos conspiracy theory, look at who they're owned by. These are the biggest investors of our children's DNA and fingerprints. So now they not only have a yearly progression of school photos, literally from 5 years old until 18 years old, high definition photos every single year of their growth. They also have their DNA and fingerprints. So that is what's happening with today's children. Do your own research, and I think you'll come to the same conclusions. Now back to IdentiKid. This is what we had when we were oldie like me. And IdentiKid is owned by Centegix. We deep dive on their website. I have no idea what they do. Everything is so vague. Their whole website says locate visitors on your campus, and it's just like this weird tech stuff. Granted, I am not a tech girly, so like maybe this makes sense to a wide plethora of people, but it just didn't make sense to me. And like here is their mission in like the main about section on their website. I just don't understand the concept of the company. Now, Centegix is owned by Gage Capital and Charles Bank. This one is not so surface level. It goes a little bit deeper, but Gage Capital is owned by Ridge Lake Partners. Ridge Lake is owned by Apogem Capital. Apogem Capital is owned by New York Life Insurance. And you guessed it, here we are. That one corporation manages all of their portfolio and investments. Now, as far as I'm aware, this practice of taking the hair and the fingerprints has been going on since at least the 80s. So this corporation, theoretically and allegedly, has the data, meaning the fingerprints, the hair follicles, and the yearly photos of every single child since the 1980s in America that goes to public school. Again, this is just a theory that I made up just now. I suggest that you do your own digging and let me know your thoughts.
Everything we know right now about them farming data, collecting data, building a profile on us, it's very eerie to know that a lot of this started even back when we were children. But a lot of this could be, too, to give it to the biggest buyer who wanted a certain child and to target that certain child and to take them away.
The first domino. Hopefully, the U.S. follows suit.
Every American kid who's ever taken school pictures.
Oh, the LifeTouch.
were all in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy?
That's insane.
Because, yeah, the company LifeTouch is connected to the guy, I guess, who runs the company or who founded the company. He is a part of the files, and he's been there so many times. They mentioned bro's name so many times, and it's connected to him. So then it makes you think, what about all the kids who didn't buy their pictures?
Yeah.
Where did the pictures go? Think about it. How many times did you take school pictures and you didn't buy them?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get them? Did they go to your house?
Yeah.
They didn't go to my house. So where do they go?
Or even if you do buy them, it's like
they make a copy.
Yeah, there's a file on a computer somewhere.
So where did the other ones go?
Yeah.
We never questioned it. Our parents never questioned it. So now it's just a bunch of pictures of kids
from
literally
kindergarten all the way to your senior high school.
So wait, let's even go a step further. Where does that kid live?
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure they have access to all that shit. They know that I go to this school. So now they already narrowed it down to he lives in California. Oh, and then it's that school. There's only one of those schools in that district.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean, bro. It's such a crazy thing of you have a never-ending cycle of child pictures.
Yeah.
That these creepy niggas can probably
use
for whatever the hell they want. So it's wild that they're over here wondering why we all care about the Epstein files. Yeah, because we're a part of it.
Yeah.
What all the hell?
Anyone who's had their school picture taken is a part of that.
Wild.
So then it goes into this thing of like, are we all just going to keep just sitting here being like, yeah, well, the new Spider-Man's coming out. And then we're just going to care about that. And then these people, we know right now, they're eating babies. And then we're just continuing paying them money every year. Every year. Every year. They just take taxes from us. They take our money. It goes to them. They pay for whatever they want. They do their little parties and their nasty, crazy shit. And they're just like, yeah, these people, they're all just a bunch of cattle.
Well, that went from school picture day to full-blown conspiracy theory real fast. Whether it's true or not, the fact that this even sounds plausible speaks volume.
This is a large file. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but apparently LifeTouch is mentioned in here. Yep, I doesn't look good. School photography company LifeTouch gets mixed up in Epstein files. And it doesn't want me reading it now, does it? Let's find somebody who's not a Nazi. Photo company LifeTouch dropped by Pittsburgh area school amid Epstein files fallout 3 days ago. So that is a Pittsburgh area school ending its partnership with the photo company after it came under fire for its connection to convicted child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. According to the Mount Pleasant Area School District, any photos scheduled for the spring have been canceled and they are looking for a new vendor for 26-27 school year. This all stems from former Apollo Global Management CEO Leon Black being named in the Epstein files. He's not just named. He's co-conspirator. He's up there with Les Wexner, Donald Trump, Jean-Luc Brunel, a lot of people procuring these little girls, trafficking these children, and facilitating all of these crimes. So, LifeTouch was not named in the Epstein files. Actually, it does have 2 files if you search up LifeTouch, so that's not true. And the company says on its website that the claims of any relationship between it and Epstein are completely false. LifeTouch goes on to say in a statement that pictures are only shared for the purposes of school records. Apollo Global's all over these Epstein files. Epstein was associated with Apollo Global. Leon Black as well. So, Apollo bought LifeTouch parent company Shutterfly in 2019. So yes, that is a tremendous red flag, and nobody should have anything to do with any company that has so much of a tremendous involvement, let me just say, in these crimes. Apollo Global, Leon Black, Les Wexner, JP Morgan Chase, Deutsche Bank, They all need to fall. And we all need to ditch LifeTouch. And we have to start looking into these other companies as well. See if they're doing the same thing to our kids. So it's not just the Pittsburgh school. Looks like a school in Kentucky as well, which is fantastic. I hope all these businesses get run out of town. No excuses. If you're associated with pedophiles, you're done. You can go work at McDonald's. Interesting. Hid computers and photographs from U.S. authorities in secret storage lockers across the country, the Telegraph can reveal. He leased at least one unit from 2003 when he was part of a Florida social set that included Donald Trump. Credit card receipts obtained by the Telegraph show regular storage payments continued until 2019 when he went to jail and then escaped. Faked his death. Okay. Woman who credibly accused Trump of sex with a minor reportedly had her records removed from EPSTEIN files. February 21st, 2026. The New Republic reported this week that accusations made by a woman who credibly accused Donald Trump of having sex with a minor he met through Epstein appeared to have been removed from the Epstein files. TNR reporter Edith Olmsted wrote that a 21-page slideshow buried in the massive trove of Epstein-related documents included allegations that sometime between 83 and 85, Trump forced a woman to give him oral when she was in her early teens. Homestead wrote, when the woman bit down on Trump's penis, he allegedly punched her in the head and kicked her out. And I did see that in the files, so I'm not sure what she's talking about. So it's not just the Pittsburgh school. Looks like a school in Kentucky as well, which is fantastic. I hope all these businesses get run out of town. No excuses. If you're associated with pedophiles, you're done. You can go work at McDonald's. In China. So apparently there are more Epstein files out there. There are hidden files. And whether or not we're going to see them, well, that's another story.